What's good, everyone? So, right now, I'm actually heading to Pet Boys. I know I said that I was going to, what's it called? Get the Junction Produce neck pads, like that. But unfortunately, I have a problem. So, I might have to delay it, unfortunately. But I mean, that's the car life for you, right? When things go wrong with your car, you have to put back your initial plan, just like preparing for a car meet, right? You're trying to do your best. You either rush it or you just say, F it, I'm not gonna go this year. I'll prepare myself for next year, right? But I'll show you guys what I'm trying to fix. There's this loud screeching noise when I'm driving. I was told that it could potentially be the brake pads. I haven't changed my brake pads in like almost 2 years, so that's what I'm gonna assume it is. But let me show you guys, or let me have you guys hear the noise. I don't know if you guys could hear that. That's what I'm fixing. Supposedly it's a brake pad, supposedly it's the wheel bearing, supposedly it's some debris on the wheel. But I'm gonna be truthfully honest with you guys, I'm not too sure. To prepare myself, I'm just gonna buy the brake pads. If I do find out it's not the brake pads, if the brake pads are okay, sorry about that, or if it's some debris, I could always return it, you know? I don't want to lift the car up and find out like, oh shoot, it is the brakes. Put the wheels on, jack the car down, only to find out that I have to go back and forth and I'm wasting time. So I'm gonna say forget it. I'm gonna go to Pet Boys, get the brake pads, ceramic brake pads to be much more specific. I'm obviously gonna go cheap, a little bit cheap, just because I want to get this build going, you know? It's springtime, so yep. Also, I don't know if you guys could tell, I am filming on my phone. Sorry if it's a little shaky. Like I said, whenever I'm going to be talking to the camera, I'm going to be using my actual camera. But when I'm working on my car, or if I'm out and about, I'm going to be using my phone. So hopefully you guys like the quality. It doesn't really seem too bad. We're going to go ahead and go to Pet Boys, get the brakes, and then we'll go ahead and fix the car. And obviously I'm going to show you guys how to do it. I guess it's an easy job, but who knows, you know? This is my first time actually doing it myself, so we're both going to learn together. All right, everyone, so we're back home. Let me just show you guys what I got. Let me turn off my car. So first things first, tool-wise, C-clamp. This is a 3-inch C-clamp, I guess. Reason why we need a C-clamp is to push the pistons back, or to push the pistons. I was actually watching a video for the rears too, and supposedly it's a lot more complicated. But if we have time to do it, we have time to do it. But if we don't have time to do it today, then unfortunately I might just have to do the fronts. But there's that. Obviously you want to get the little lubricant for ceramic brakes. Yep. And then we got Wagner rear brake pads, and then we also have Wagner front brake pads. As for the quality of the brake pads, I was told, or I wasn't told actually, I was reading the reviews and they said that it does make noises. Or actually, some people said that the brake pads do make noises and they don't. And that the hardware sometimes wouldn't fit or something like that. I don't know, but you know, I just went to Pet Boys because it was much more cheaper, ceramic, so it does its work. Obviously, there's better quality brake pads, but I use my car every day to go to work, and I do use my car to go from destination 1 and to destination 2. So, you know, I just need something cheap, simple, and does the job. So, time to work on the car. All right, everyone, we're finally going to start. Before I do, make sure you guys please like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to hit that bell button. Obviously, we're going to jack the car up first, so let's go ahead and do that. So right now I'm trying to find out what could be causing that little screeching noise. I'm gonna assume it could be my brakes, but it's honestly hard to tell. So we're just gonna go ahead and remove the brake pads. One thing I like to do is remove the brake fluid cover so it releases pressure, so it's easier for me to push the pistons back. So we'll go ahead and do that. All right, so first things first, 14 to remove the 2 bolts that are holding the brake calipers. I'm sorry. Bolt number 1 and bolt number 2 is right here, that one. I'm gonna remove that. It's gonna release this up or out. And obviously we'll check the brake pads to see if that's the culprit. So it's a 14 millimeter top and bottom. So basically I heard the noise when I was working. I was like, whose car is that, right, when I was driving? And so I rolled down the window and I was like, oh heck no, it better not be my car. What do you know, it was my car. So sorry if it's a little bit overexposed. Completely new to me. For anyone that's new, I'm just gonna be filming my phone when it comes to this stuff, because obviously my camera's gonna get dirty, and last thing I want is for it to breathe to get into the camera and then I have to pay an extra like $1,000 to get a new camera. But yeah, for right now I'll just be using my phone. It's coming out, it's coming out. All right. So you obviously don't want the brake calipers to hang. So we're gonna put it somewhere so the cables don't obviously get stretched and could potentially break. I'll show you guys where I put it. So here it is. You obviously don't want it to be like that, so I'm just gonna put it in between here and it's all good. Now go ahead and remove these brake pads. All right, everyone, so when replacing the brakes, front brakes to be more exact, you have these brackets that your car really comes with. You want to place it onto the holes like that, so that way I'm guessing it's so it stays in place. So it's going to be something like that. So make sure you guys don't forget that. So I'm going to use the lubricant, put it onto the back plating so it doesn't create any noises. You obviously don't want to put the lubricant onto the surface of the actual brake pads, because it's actually going to the rotors. Obviously, if it's something like slippery like lubricant, it's not going to break the car, and what do you know, you're not going to stop and it's going to be all bad. So a small amount. You want to put a good amount. I mean, I did that much. Obviously we're going to spread it. See, that was a good amount. So I'll spread it evenly. You want to get your new brake pads, and you want to put the ones with the brackets right here facing outside of the car, right? So you obviously want the brake pads on the rotors. So it's very easy, it's not too hard. What I like to do is just push the bottom one out first, or push it in first, and then just boom, there you go. So that's done. On to the next one, same side, very self-explanatory. Basically, I believe it's like this. Go like that, place it in so it just holds it in place, like that. And then get the top part, boom. Easy, right? Not too hard, very self-explanatory. Now the hard part is actually putting this back on, because the pressure pushes this part out, the pistons. So that's why you have the C-clamp to push it in so it stays in, and then you can put it on. I'll show you guys. All right, everyone, so C-clamp. So obviously you guys, I don't think you guys can see, but it can't go. So the brake pistons adjusted to the amount of brake pad wear, right? Or your old ones. Look how thick this is compared to like my old ones. So the pistons adjusted to the old ones, so now you want to push the pistons inwards more so it will adjust to the new ones. All you do is get the C-clamp and push it inwards, right? So it's kind of like this. Or maybe it's like this, right? And it'll push the pistons inwards so that way it'll clear the dang new brake pad. Alright everyone, so as you guys can see, I pushed it in. You had to do it separately for the two different pistons. So I'll go ahead and do that. Alright everyone, so I put everything back. You want to make sure you tighten the brake caliper bolts. There should be 25 pounds per feet. I said pounds, what the heck. So yeah, we're basically done. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the next side, and we'll go ahead for a test drive. All right everyone, so I'm done. The car is finally down. I also found something new that I had to fix, but that could wait, obviously. Right now we gotta close the, what's it called, the brake fluid cap right there. I don't know if y'all can see it right there. That's closed. And then we'll go for a drive. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it's nothing serious. If it is if something is wrong, it could possibly be the wheel bearing, but I'm not a mechanic, so go ahead and test drive this. Turn the car on. Obviously what you want to do first is, because you push the pistons, you want to have the pistons fit your new brake pads, so that's why I'm pumping the brakes. At first it was very squishy, but you know, with enough pressure I think this should be more than fine. So let's go ahead and do a test drive and make that turn right here. Hopefully we don't hear any noises. Oh, we still hear noises. What is that noise? So it was a fail. I was in the brakes. I knew for a fact there was no debris. I was looking everywhere. The only solution, guys, unfortunately, it could possibly be the bearings or the wheel hub assembly. I don't know, one of those two. I'm gonna do more research, but at least I showed you guys how to do brake pads, right? So that's all good. You live and you learn. Obviously I'm not a mechanic. You gotta dissect everything. That's so weird though, how it makes that noise. So I changed the front brake pads. It wasn't the solution. So what I did was I was playing around with it more, right? And what I mean by that is I was going forward and reversing. And I was like thinking, maybe it's the rears. And to my surprise, I actually hear noises more on the rear side rather than the front. So I'm gonna assume that it's the rears, but I obviously don't have time. I have to go somewhere within an hour, and then I'm basically gonna be gone for like the whole day. Unfortunately, I didn't solve the issue yet, but I will solve the issue, and hopefully it's nothing too serious. But I need to show you guys something. This is my front passenger side, and look. This is what I mean by when tires pop in my previous video. This is what happens when you just straight up drop your car and you don't add any RCAs or front RCAs or fix camber, or you rush. Important message I want to give out is building a car is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And I know everyone wants to look cool. Like, oh yeah, look, my car's hella lower, blah, blah, blah. But this, where is it? Can't angle it. This is an issue. You'll be wasting more money in the long run if you just take shortcuts. So I know in a sense I'm kind of taking a shortcut by just replacing the fronts and not the rears. But unfortunately, I don't have time. I have a lot of stuff to do. And probably next week we'll do the rears. I think the rears are much more complicated. So yeah guys, please like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully it was informational for you guys, and like I said, you know, I'm learning too, and I hope you guys could learn from my mistakes. So please like, comment, subscribe, and you should hit that bell button because next week I'll be doing the rears. Peace out.